I receive many calls each year of people afraid in their own homes, people who believe their homes to be haunted. Of the cases that I accept, I wonder what the night's events will bring. This was a preliminary investigation. My client was reporting disturbances and sounds which will leave her very afraid. This first visit reveals some very intriguing information.
Don Flipton, I've been called out to this house in Fernby Lodge in Leicester. The tenants are pretty convinced that there's something strange going on, things that they can't explain, so they've called me out this evening to have a look. Sam and Leisha are really quite concerned, so let's have a chat with Sam now. Hi Sam.
Hiya.
Okay, so here we are. What have you got to tell me?
There's been quite a lot going on. It's been more the last few weeks, but things have been happening over the years.
Yeah.
Strange noises coming from the cabinet, footsteps across the landing, locks in the bathroom locking themselves, also microwaves switching themselves on and off, all sorts.
That's quite a list, Sam. That's quite a list. When did all this start?
It started about 13 years ago.
That's quite some time ago. So why is it now? Just now it started?
I don't know whether it's because I'm in the house on my own now.
Ah, right, okay.
You know, and I notice it more, but I know all the normal household noises, so I know what's right and what's not.
Yeah, well, you've been in place so long, you do get to know what's it to be normal. Although it could be the case as well, that obviously, like you said, you're noticing noises more now than what you did before.
Yeah.
But when you've got a house full of people, there's certain noises that you're not going to notice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm telling you about the cabinet.
Just keep hearing a noise like somebody's thrown a little pebble or something in there. You can hear it hitting the glass. It's not hard, but you can hear it.
The first thing I wonder is if there's anything driving by probably causing a vibration, obviously.
Yeah, it's not like we're used to all that. We have the bus route, there's the bus route, you see, you know.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, there's not been a bus going by or anything.
But there's certainly nothing there that sounds like a stone or
No.
is it? Okay. So is it just like someone dropping in, like literally?
Yeah, it's like somebody's just thrown something, a little pebble or something in there. Near the actual, you know, the sound of the glass.
You tell me about your neighbours next door to the right of me.
They're really noisy. They are noisy, but their main noise is in their kitchen, and it's constant banging and slamming kitchen doors and cupboards and drawers all the time, and it's some sort of utensils for cooking all the time.
Okay. All right. What else? What else? You mentioned other noises. You know, areas.
Yeah, in the kitchen we've had the microwave switch itself on and off, and it wasn't even plugged in.
Okay. That's quite a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
There was quite a few. There was 4 of us here at the time, and on the same evening, it sounded like someone throwing a teaspoon into the sink.
Again, it sounded like somebody throwing something.
Yeah.
Like a teaspoon. Okay.
And the other side of the kitchen, but not quite the same sound, because it was as if it was hitting the tiles and not the sink this time.
You was in there at the time?
Yeah, we were all there. Well, the same night at the microwave.
So somebody was in here and it sounded like...
No, we were all sat in there, yeah.
I said it started about 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Earlier to me. Yeah. So you've been here, what, 15 years?
Yeah.
You said. So would there have been any occurrences or something that happened maybe 13 years ago that was different to when you first moved in for the first couple of years?
My dad died that year.
The year it started?
Yeah, it started mainly, yeah.
A couple of years after you first moved in?
Yeah.
How long after you passed would you say? Was it a week later or straight away, was it?
Oh no, it was about 6 months later, wasn't it? Yeah, about 6 months.
Did you mention earlier upstairs?
Yeah, mainly the front bedroom, but my room as well.
Okay, show me?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
During our discussions at the cabinet, I had already felt the presence of a spirit. It was too early to reveal this to Sam. Instead, we headed upstairs to the upper rooms where Sam had reported strange sounds coming late at night.
What's in there? Right. And it sounds like this door's coming open at night, and it sounds like somebody's going through all my boxes.
Where's your bedroom? Is that next door?
Next door, yeah.
Is there any particular time of night?
Not usually, no. It's usually after about 10 o'clock at night.
Okay, so I mean, obviously this is not occupied. You said it sounds like it's people with your boxes.
Yeah.
And that door, you said it sounds like it's opening.
Yeah, like it comes open like that.
Right, can we just have a look at that?
Yeah, fine.
It actually could come open like that because there's quite a lot of weight on here. Do you know what? I don't know if that is the case.
They've only recently been put on there, to be honest with you. I know. Just put them on there, so we started decorating in the
Let's
room.
just take all these off a second.
When conducting an investigation, despite that which you may have already encountered or experienced, it is important any incident reported be treated and viewed independently. Sometimes there can be other possibilities.
That's very, very loose there, isn't it? But you said it's the top one.
Yeah.
Do you see the bottom of the pipes down there?
Yeah.
That's a false bit of floor, that, plywood, you know, to cover where the floorboards were.
Yeah.
Sometimes in some houses, you know, if you open the back door or something, it'll just send a wind up there, which you won't be aware of, 'cause it's not a strong wind, but sometimes it's just enough
To open it, yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
When was the last time you heard it?
Last week?
Okay, last week we had some very high winds as well, didn't
Yeah, yeah, we did, yeah.
we? So that is a possibility. It wouldn't take a lot, would it?
No.
I don't know if that is the
No.
case, I'm
Yeah.
just pointing out other
Yeah.
things that could happen. Just check that. Yeah, it's just a bit of plywood there. So yeah, it's quite easy. You know where the pipes come through. I say this because I was in a house probably 3-4 years ago and I had a CCTV camera and it was actually, they got a similar sort of thing. And for no apparent reason, the door on the thing just did that. Well, obviously that looks absolutely amazing on the camera. You think, wow, that's
Yeah.
great. And we had a look and it was exactly the same thing. We've got the boiler in there, we've got the pipes down there. There's a slightly bigger gapping around the pipes. What was happening? Once you got the back door open downstairs or window, it would literally just go.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility. As regards to the boxes and things, I haven't got a clue. Do you hear rustling and things as well?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It sounds like something like the rustling in a box. You know what boxes sound like. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
someone's going through the boxes. and the
Okay,
bags.
shall we just see if we can take a recording? We're just trying to take a
Yeah.
recording now. Obviously when we play these back, we shouldn't get anything but pure shh, that's all we should get. So the conditions outside are, it's raining, it's cloudy, it's horrible, but we'll give it a try. Right, is anybody here that's got anything they'd like to say? I just want to go in your bedroom now. We'll just stand there in silence and just listen to see if we can hear anything that sounds like it's emulating from this room.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you sneaking off to? Come here. This is the one that's been hiding. Right, what I used to do is stand here, not move at all, in the slightest, because if we think we've heard something in there, and then you say there was nothing in here, then obviously that we're thinking we're hearing in there is obviously emulating from somewhere else, possibly. Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So we'll do that now. So can I leave you here 5 minutes? One of you guys just move a couple of boxes or just look a couple of boxes for me. Again? Is that the sort of thing we hear?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I've got to say, to be honest, it's a very quiet house, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So what we need to know is, yes, in my opinion, there's somebody here. No, you're not going crazy. No, you needn't be afraid anymore, because I did get told that you was pretty frightened now because you're on your own.
Yeah, yeah.
And finally, there's nothing here that's has any intent or probably the capability to cause you any harm.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
It is good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You feel a little bit better now?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
What we'll do, we'll spend a few minutes downstairs and I've arranged that I will come back in a couple of days, knowing that the conditions are better, because We want answers, don't we?
Yeah,
If it is
definitely.
the case that there's somebody here, we do want to know who, why,
Yeah,
and how many.
yeah.
Okay. I think the most important thing at the moment we could do is to get a coffee.
Okay.
Is that a plan?
Yeah, that's fine.
My clients have one of two choices, either part or full disclosure. Having already identified a male presence in the house, I wanted to return to the room upstairs alone to speak with him. Although the environmental conditions were very poor, I was looking for answers. Sam at this time was still unaware of any of my findings.
Can you repeat your name for me?
Both recorders differ slightly in both frequency and capability. The first recording produced nothing of significance. The second, however, it was a different matter.
Terrible. Okay. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that, and I do appreciate you being so forthcoming. So, I don't know, I've got to compliment you on your vocal ability, because for the conditions, that is pretty outstanding. I don't know if it was Juggy or something similar it sounded like. If I've misinterpreted that, then I do apologise. In the meantime, you do the courtesy of letting me know, Juggy, let's call you Juggy for now. Juggy, why are you here? Did you used to live here? Did you die here?
The second recording produced something I didn't particularly want to hear, something that sounded very much like a second spirit, which appeared to say he was murdered.
Okay, things have now obviously taken a significant turn. That was obviously a very loud and clear vocal, which sounded human. I thought it said Juggy, but that second recording sounded like somebody else, a different voice that says he was murdered. I'll check these when I get back, but as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I have no suspicions anyway, because what I was feeling when it came, it wasn't strong. But saying that, strength does not necessarily mean numbers. Sometimes you can have one split personality who is actually very, very strong. For that kind of vocal, for that kind of voice, in these poor conditions outside, that is a very strong individual. I can feel it now, whoever it is, something is all around me and all over me. Right, I'm going to go downstairs now. I've got a couple more questions before I go. How, somebody says that what appeared to say he was murdered. My next question is quite a simple one. How? Thank you. Okay, so, as you know, just prior to my departure, I was going to pop upstairs in that room where you was recording some of the sounds from. Okay, to take a couple of recordings. Okay. I asked for, I think, if recollection serves correct, a name. This sounds something like Juggy. It's very difficult to tell, but there's certainly not a lot of static in there. I will check these later when I get back. But this is the first one. Juggy, I don't know. Juggy, it sounds like. So,
Yes, it does sound like that.
it's, what do you think of that? It's a very loud, it's certainly some kind of vocal response. It's not a noise, just a noise, is it?
It was now time to play the more controversial second recording, and I was curious as if they both heard the same as what I heard.
What do you hear there?
She was murdered.
Sounds murder.
It does sound like
He was murdered.
murdered.
Yeah.
Can you hear that clearly?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was murdered.
That's what I'm
He was
hearing.
murdered.
So at this time, you would agree that that's what we think we're hearing at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will check these when I get back on the bigger speaker, and obviously, what we need to do is repeat that question to see if we get the same reply again. Because this is what we do. You can't just take a reply. Oh, he was murdered. To be sure that that is what we're hearing and that is the correct answer to the question that I was asking, I need to ask that question probably about 3, 4, 5 times. If each time the same reply comes back, that's when we start digging a little bit further.
Yeah. Right, I'd just like to say Don visited here a few days ago. He was recommended by a friend. While he was there, interestingly enough, he did a few recordings. One of the recordings said a name, Juggy or Juggy. Strangely enough, there was somebody with that name, and another recording was taken that said something else that could sort of be related. But hopefully we'll find out more tonight. But there was an incident round here where somebody was named that and was murdered, which was also mentioned in one of the recordings. Juggy or Juggy, nobody's saying that that's who this person is, but there does seem to be some sort of connection as this chap used to visit my house, and interestingly enough, hopefully we'll find out some more.
Yeah, as Sam just said, we took this couple of recordings, which I'll play in a moment. They are very, very compelling, especially considering the story of the gentleman who met his demise and the fact that he's come here for barbecues. The name sounds similar and the story kind of ties in, but obviously we're not going to make that a connection. We just think it's very coincidental at this time, don't we?
Yeah.
And we probably will never actually know Sam. But I'm going to play these recordings now for you, and then I'm going to go back upstairs. And we're going to see if we can make a direct contact with any spirit people who might reside here. Yeah? How are you feeling, Sam?
Okay, all right.
You are feeling a lot more comfortable despite that rather coincidental thing, aren't you?
Yeah, okay. Feeling fine, quite.
So I'm going to play these recordings now, and then we're going to go upstairs and see what we can find out.
That's strange, that's a weird message to hear.
It is a very horrible, drizzly, damp night. I am going to come back to get some more answers for my clients when the conditions improve. So for now, I should say good night to them, I should say good night to you. And I have a feeling we've got a lot more to gain from this case, so I'll see you soon.